Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to today's video. Today we'll be making Austrian traditional dinner jam roll, which is called bukto with vanilla sauce. And I'm going to introduce the list of ingredients that we'll be needing for today. It's also listed out at the description box. Please don't forget to check it out. My name is Annie Krieger. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us, and to my return subscribers, sending you millions of appreciation. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to do so. Hit the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a new video. So stay tuned, let the fun begin. Starting with, I am going to introduce my low-warm milk in a bowl. And then I'm going to start with a clean hands to add in my fresh yeast. You can go for any yeast of your choice. There are all kinds of yeast, dry yeast, instant yeast. They all works perfectly. And then next I am going to add some sugar. My sugar today is to fasten the process of the yeast. And then use a spatula to gently move around to make sure that your yeast is all well dissolved. After this is dissolved, set aside and then grab a bowl with your all-purpose flour in, and then make a hole in the middle of your flour and gently add your melted butter all around. Go in with a flat teaspoon of salt and then a vanilla sugar, introducing in next is my lemon zest, and then I'm going to add 1 full egg and then 2 egg yolks. Move your spatula around the middle of your flour and then make sure you combine your egg together. Gently add your yeast milk in the middle step by step, and then continue to use your spatula to combine your milk and the flour on your flour together. Keep doing this with your spatula until your dough is too solid for your spatula to move around. Now is my dough too solid? I went in with a clean hands and continue to knead with my hands. Now I am going to add some oil on my working surface to knead, because I didn't want to add any flour to my dough. That's why I just went in with some oils of my choice, and then give it a little bit, knead it a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit messy right now, like you're gonna mess up your working surface, but it's fine. That is going to be cleaned up immediately. And then knead it for some minutes, and yeah, this is to allow your doughs to have be combined to be able to let it rest for some minutes. So add it back in your bowl and then cover up to let that rest, so that you will be able to have a better dough to work with. So here we go. I have a beautiful and well rested dough to work with now. See what I mean? It's not sticking anymore on my finger. I have to add some flour to my working surface. I am not going to go in with too much flour because this I will end up having more work to do by trying to combine my flour together with the dough. So just gently add a little amount of flour on the working surface and also your palm to knead your doughs very well. Now is the fun to do this, because the more you knead, the better texture you have on your dough. Like, it's so beautiful, the feelings you have in your hands. If you're going to be going for for a standard mixer to do this, yes, it's fine, but you could over knead it. But with your hands, I don't think you can ever over knead it, because the more you do this, the better you go with your dough. So I keep kneading it. Look at it, I have to test it. It's still tearing, meaning I still have to knead it. So still add a flour to your working surface if you feel that it's sticking to the working surface, and then continue to knead until you are satisfied with the texture. I'm just so happy right now because it feels so good to do this and then see a good result out of it. See what I mean? It's not sticking anymore on the working surface, neither in my fingers. It's just fine. I didn't stop kneading it. I keep kneading it. If you have the time, why not keep kneading it? Look at its taste I have to give it, and I find that it's fine. It's not tearing anymore. So I had to grease my glass bowl just to make sure it does not stick to the bowl while letting it proof. So after then, just cover it up with a plastic foil and then add it on a warm plate. Let it rest on a warm plate. It should be a warm place. I just had to leave my outside because it's so sunny right now. You can just put it in your oven and let it rest while turning off the oven after it's been heat up. So here I have a nice proofed dough. Is so good right now. I am just good. This shows that the yeast really worked. And then I am going to add it a little bit flour again to the surface, the working face, and then still knead a little bit. You can go ahead and portion your doughs immediately, but this is just to combine my doughs together, or everything, to make sure I have a fine dough anyway. And then I am going to go in with my rolling pin to roll it a little bit. I did this process for almost 2 times, as in rolling it out and then fold it and then roll it out to have that fine surface of a dough. But you mustn't do this anyway. So, but I think doing it is fine. I am through with rolling it out. I'm just going to cut it to my side, to the size I prefer. I did cut it for about almost, let me say, 25 to 30 grams. See what it looks like. You can cut it as to your taste, a little bit bigger or whatever. So now see what I have. If I want to go for a normal dinner roll without filling it up with a jam, this is what I do. Just give it a little bit shape, and in my pan I have some amount of butter in there. And you mustn't go for butter, you can as well go for this parchment paper under it, not to let it stick. For this, I just went in with some butter and adding my jam in here. Just flatten out your dough, and then in the middle drop your jam, and then try to use your finger and cover it very well up. So this is what I have to do to make sure it's all filled up with the jam. And while I leave a space in here because it's going to proof for about 20 minutes later, and also this butter will just give it another beautiful taste also. After which all is done, I'm going to cover with a plastic foil to let it proof for 20 minutes on a warm place. After then, I will pump it on in the oven for about 25 minutes to bake. It shouldn't be more than 25 minutes because mine was 5 minutes too long while I was carried away by something else on an 75 degrees Celsius. And then while that is being baked, I'm going to make our vanilla sauce. There is no book too without vanilla sauce in Austria. We usually serve it with vanilla sauce. So vanilla sauce, I have my 75 gram of pudding, and then 2 spoons of icing sugar. I have 500 milliliter of milk. I'm going to use small amount of this milk to dissolve the pudding and sugar, and then heat up the rest of the milk. The dissolved pudding, I'm going to drop it gradually to the heat up milk and let it cook for 1 minute. You are good to go. You have a beautiful texture of vanilla sauce. This is what we use to serve our book to here in Austria. The roll is all through. They are looking beautiful, soft and fluffy. Thank you very much you all for tuning in. That's the end of this video, and then I'm going to serve with my vanilla sauce, top it up with the icing sugar, and you are good to enjoy it. I do enjoy my roll with a hot chocolate, and that's all. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel to make us grow together. Hit the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a new video, and please don't forget to like, share and leave your comment down below. See you in my next one. Love you all. Bye for now.